Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us here at the Excellence Coach on Facebook Live. This morning, as I begin to talk to you and encourage you concerning how to respond, how to react, and how to build your life in the marketplace, we call the Thursday mornings with the Excellence Coach on the Excellence Coach Facebook Live page. We call it Excellence in the Marketplace and in leadership. And so we want to just get people to understand the importance of having excellence in leadership, because whether you are working in a corporate world or you are working in your own business or working your own business and have staff around you, you have to learn how to begin to structure yourself and position yourself in order to become the success that you desire. What we find is, and the reason why I love doing this, and I've been doing it for many years, and now recently we started doing it on Facebook, is that in speaking to people in the marketplace, whether in the business or the corporate world, is that many times people are in it more for the wrong reasons than for the right. And the wrong reason, one of the wrong reasons is, I just want to make money. If you're chasing after money, you are going to constantly set yourself up for failure. You've got to build your life and build your business and build yourself in the marketplace and develop a reputation as somebody that is a good investment. Because when people look at you as a good investment, they know that when they are around you, they're able to get out of you exactly what they need. In other words, they're able to get the answers that they need for the direction that they require in their future. So in talking to you about excellence in leadership and excellence in the marketplace, I have said this before, and one of the things is the importance of excellence. And I said this, that excellence has a magnetic law of attraction that draws high quality people towards you while repelling low quality people away from you. Excellence has a magnetic law of attraction that draws high quality people towards you and repels low quality people away from you. Then I spoke to you last week about or the week before, about the three important things, as I spoke to you from the coastlines of KZN and showed you the ocean. If you have not seen that video, you need to go and see it and listen to what I said right here at the Excellence Coach. And three things I spoke to you about. Number one is to make sure you plan to de-stress, unclutter, and stop procrastination. Learn how to de-stress, unclutter your life, and stop procrastination. So those are the three things we spoke about. And so today, I want to talk to you about how to turn your potential into progressive achievements. Turning your potential into progressive achievements. Let me say that again. Today, I want to talk to you about turning your potential into progressive achievements. Now, if you were to take a moment and list down the potential factors in your life, if you were to take a moment and just document the potential factors in your life, the potential factors in your business, if you're a business person, the potential factors in your job, what are the potential factors in your life? What are the potential factors in your business? What are the potential factors in your job situation? So when you list down the potential factors, now don't think about lockdown, don't think about the challenges you've been facing, don't ever think about the economic downfall, the challenges that we are having right now. Don't think about all those things. What were the potential factors? What would your assessment be of your previous marketplace potential? The next question is, what would your potential factors be concerning your current marketplace potential, and then your future marketplace potential? So, three things I want you to document, I want you to write down. Three things I want you to write down. What would your assessment be of, number one, your previous marketplace potential, whether it's business or your job? Number two, what is your current potential? And number three, what is your future potential? Don't think about a lack of money. Your previous potential, your current potential, and your future potential. What is your previous marketplace potential? What is your current marketplace potential? And what is your future marketplace potential? And the reason why you need to document this, because remember I said, talking to you today about turning your potential into progressive achievements. I'm just going to give you a few keys, and I'll probably labor this over the next few weeks and get you to understand a few things that many times we overlook, and that's the reason for this, to target the areas that you overlook internally, in the way you think and internally, so that you can begin to reposition yourself to attack those areas and then focus on how you can overcome those hurdles in your life. And that's what we want to talk about today. So I said now we're going to talk about turning your potential into progressive achievements. So you need to document this, you need to write this down. If I were to ask you what are the hurdles that you've been facing, or what is the potential that you have, you've got to first look at what is your previous marketplace potential, what is your current marketplace potential, and what is your future marketplace potential. Now, after you write that down, you will have a number of things. I just want you to write the questions down and spend some time. Today is Heritage Day, and you're not at work probably, but what you should do is just take a few moments, about 5 minutes of your time, and just write under those headings your previous marketplace potential, your current marketplace potential, and your future marketplace potential. Now, then I want you to write down what are the hurdles that are standing in your way. You might have a long list. What are the hurdles that are standing in your way? So write down all of the hurdles. Now, you may come up with a long list of hurdles. You might have a whole bunch of stuff that you would probably say, man, these things are limiting me. These things are preventing me from achieving my goals. These things are the hurdles that are stopping me, the blockages that are stopping me from turning my potential into progressive achievements. And we're going to learn how to overcome that in the next couple of weeks. Step by step, moment by moment, we're going to see how we get progressive achievements from turning our potential into progressive achievements. We're going to see how we are documenting the timelines of success in our lives, because every moment that you spend working on yourself and towards the positive becomes the progressive achievement. So as you work on yourself, as you work on the hurdles in your mind, the hurdles that is stopping you from achieving the goals that you have, as you work on them, you will find there is a progression towards the success you want for your life, and that's what the goal is. So now, when you write down the hurdles that's standing in your way, you may come up with a long list, and that's okay. It's fine to write down the negative that's plaguing your mind, because once you get it out of your mind and you write it down before you, you're actually getting it out of the way. You cannot deal with anything that you cannot see. You cannot deal with anything that you cannot see. So take it out of you, take it out of your thoughts, take and put it on paper. That's a great way to reshift and realign your thinking if you want success. So what are the hurdles that stand in your way? And you may come up with a long list, that's okay. You need to count the costs. No man who wants to build a building just goes out there and starts building. He's got to count the cost. So when you count the cost, you begin to realize that these are the plans of progression I need to set in place in order to achieve the goals that I want to achieve. Now, I can guarantee you the majority of people that write down their hurdles will have this factor in there. And they will say a lack of money. Many people will say a lack of money is one of the hurdles that I'm facing. Well, let's just deal with these things today, all right? I want you to write this down. The greatest hurdle we all struggle with, the greatest hurdle we all struggle to overcome is the ability to think beyond what we see and what we hear. The greatest hurdle we all struggle with is to overcome is the ability to think beyond the limitations of what we see and what we hear. So the greatest hurdle we all struggle to overcome is the ability to think beyond the limitations of what we see and what we hear. Let me say that one more time so you can write that down. The greatest hurdle we all struggle to overcome is the greatest hurdle that we all struggle to overcome is the ability to think beyond the limitations of what we see and what we hear. We find that there's always a limitation because of what we see and what we hear. And the more you see negative, the greater the blockage, the greater the hurdle. The more you hear negativity, the greater the struggle you have to see yourself on the other side. So, in order to turn your potential into progressive achievements, write this down, in order to turn your potential into progressive achievements, you have to filter what you see and what you hear. You have to filter what you see and what you hear in order to overcome in order to turn your potential into progressive achievements. You need to overcome, you need to learn how to overcome the limitations. You need to get beyond what you see and what you hear, because those are the things that are stopping you from turning your potential into progressive achievements. When you are so focused on all of the hurdles and the battles and the challenges and the people that's standing in your way, you are never going to think beyond the limitations of what you see. When you are so inclined to hearing and listening to the negative economy, the negative things that government is doing, the negative things that leaders are doing, you are going to limit yourself from going beyond or thinking beyond those hurdles. So you have to filter what you see and what you hear. In order to turn your potential into progressive achievements, you have to filter what you see and what you hear. Now, let me say this to you. Everybody desires success. Everybody has a desire to succeed in life. However, desire is not going to get you the success you need. The desire to succeed is only the starting point. The desire to succeed is just the starting point. The desire to succeed is where you begin. But now you got to get your mind thinking beyond desire. And here's the key. Turn your desire into determination. Turn your desire into determination. Because determination is what will give you the drive. Determination is what will give you the thrust. Determination is what will move you from just remaining at a place of desire and moving you through determination into a place of progressive achievements. Let me just recap a little bit, because it's so important for you to catch this. Many people are just reading through stuff, success principles and all of that, and that is so needed. It's so needed. But you've got to milk certain points to renew your mind. You've got to study, meditate on certain things to get your thinking right towards where you ought to be. If you want to be successful in the marketplace, if you want to be successful in business, you've got to get your thinking right. And where you start is at desire. But desire doesn't get you the success. We all have a desire to succeed. So you got to turn your desire into determination in order to achieve the success. If you want to turn potential, if you want to turn your potential into progressive achievements, you have to filter what you see and what you hear, and then you got to turn your desire into determination. Turn your desire into determination. It's a good place to start, desire. But determination is what will give you the drive, the thrust. Determination is what will turn where you are into what you want to become. Most often, people that are stuck in business remain stuck for a longer season than they should. And the reason why is they look at their bank account and they look at the lack and they feel worthless. They look at the contracts that are not coming in. In other words, they look at the closed doors. They look at the walls that are before them. And as a result, because of what you're seeing and then taking what you hear, all the negative, you are reinforcing the hurdle that stands before you. How do you break down the hurdle? You look at a way, you discover a way from turning from potential to progressive achievements. You see, your potential is always there. Nobody can take your potential away from you. You can shut the door to your potential. You can shut your eyes to your potential. You can shut your heart to your potential. But if you want to turn your life into success, then turn your desire into determination, and the determination will cause you to not look at the hurdles, not reinforce the walls of limitation, but get you out of that into saying, I can find a way to break through these walls. I can find a way to break through these walls. I refuse to stay where I am. If I make an assessment of where I am, it's good to note the hurdles. It's good to count the costs. But if counting the costs and the hurdles are limiting me from progressing and turning my potential into progressive achievements, I have a problem. And so this is where, if I'm struggling with that, I've got to listen to free sessions like these that will drive me and thrust me to where I need to be. I want to get myself out of where I am, and I want to move to where I need to be. That's important. So I'm going to turn my desire into the determination to turn my potential into progressive achievements. So here's what I need to do. I need to shift my desire into determination. Write that down. I need to shift my desire into determination. You should put that right in front of you, a note right in front of you. And so that every day that you get to your desk, every day you jump into your car, you have those words. I need to turn my desires today into determination, because determination is what will drive you. For instance, let me give you an example, right? Remember in the beginning I said to you, document, write down what was your previous potential before lockdown, before the challenges. What was your previous potential? Then write down what is your current potential, and then write down what is your future potential. You got to categorize that. You got to write it down. Before the challenge, before the lockdown, before fear hit, before failure hit, what was your previous potential? What is your current potential? And what is your future potential? Then I said, write down the hurdles that's standing in your way from turning your potential into progressive achievement. What are the hurdles? You write down the hurdles. Then I said, now, everybody has a desire to succeed. And in order to turn your life into a life of success and turn your potential into progressive achievements, what you need to learn to do is to move from desire into determination. Turn your desire into determination. Desire is wonderful, but we need determination. So let me give you an example. I have a desire to make my money work for me. You have a desire to make your money work for you. Now, here's my potential. I can turn what I have into what I desire. That's the potential. I can turn what I have into what I desire. And you might say, you know, right now I have nothing. Okay? You have a brain. What you don't realize, you have a wealth of experience, of knowledge, and of wisdom right up here. Change your thinking. You have a wealth of knowledge, of experience, of wisdom, of understanding right up here. You have a wealth of that. And you need to learn how to turn the wealth of what you have into great investments. And the way we do it is little steps at a time. And today is one of those little steps that I do hope and I do believe it's going to help you greatly. Because success does not start because of the money that comes in your hand. Success begins with what you have right up here. That's where success begins. So you want to turn what you have into what you desire. So my potential is that I have the potential to turn what I have into what I desire. I have the potential. You have the potential to do that. My hurdles. I don't have the knowledge to make the right investments. I have experience, I have wisdom, I have knowledge, I have understanding. But in this particular field of investments, I don't have the knowledge to make the right investments. Right? I'm giving you a scenario now. Please apply it to your life. So I have the potential. My potential is that I can turn what I have into what I desire. That's my current potential. So my hurdles are I don't have the knowledge to make the right kind of investments. See, these are the desires. When you start off, you have a desire. Then you want to look at what is your previous potential, your current potential, and your future potential, right? So, my previous potential, I always want to succeed. My current potential is I want to make the right investment so that I can make my money work for me. Okay? And my future potential is that I have the potential to become a legend in what I do. Okay? That's the potential. So, I can turn what I have into what I desire. That's my current potential. My hurdles is that I don't have the knowledge to make the right kind of investments in order to get my money working for me. So the third thing is that my determination will drive me towards the right broker to help me. You see the difference now? You see the difference? There's powerful truth in this. I have the desire, but if I don't have the determination, I am a loaded gun, not happening. I am a powerful vehicle that's going nowhere. All right? So I have the desire. I want to move into determination. So my determination will drive me towards finding the right broker who has the knowledge, who has all of the insight, the experience to help me make the right investment. And the moment my determination drives me to finding the right broker, and up to this point, remember, it cost me nothing. Up to this point, I found out what my potential is, and I broke it down. I found out what is my previous potential, what is my current potential, and what is my future potential. Then I looked at the hurdles that I'm currently facing. I'm looking at all the hurdles that I'm currently facing. And then I'm saying, okay, now I've got to turn my desire into determination. And in order to do that, I've got to find the right kind of people that'll help me get there. Right? In the marketplace, in the corporate world, those of you working for a boss, what is the potential that you have? Do you have the potential to move from just being an administrator to becoming a supervisor of administration? And then from being the supervisor of administration, can I then move to becoming the manager of administration? Right, so let's just put three things at a time in front of me. I have the potential from moving from just being an administrator to becoming a supervisor. So from where I am, I can move to supervisory position. From the supervisory position, I can move to management position. So I'll put those three goals before me. Three steps. Why do I have to make sure that the first step is where I am? Because if I don't master where I am, I could never progress to where I want to be. If I don't master where I am, I could never progress to where I want to be. Are you hearing me? So I have to jot down, write down, document where I am and where I want to be, the next two steps of progression. Because where I am now, I have the determination to say I'm going to work my way from here from where I am to where I want to be. And then I have to plan ahead. And successful people always have plans in place for a future they have never arrived at yet. They have plans in place. So unless I write down where I want to get to in the next step, I should not even be pursuing the first step. Because you see, this is the difference. If this is where I am in administration, I want to look at the first step of where I want to get to, and I want to see beyond that first step to the next. And so as I'm preparing my mind mentally, from skipping from where I am to where I need to be, I'm gathering, I'm filling the gaps. You see the gap? I'm filling the gaps. I'm learning. I'm studying. I'm making the right kind of decisions. I have the right kind of people speaking to my life. I'm studying the right kind of stuff. You see, if you don't have the money to study to get the degree for the next level, read up in as much knowledge as you can. Get as much knowledge as you can. Read up. There's so many things that's free on the internet today that's available to you. Read up. How can I turn my business into becoming a great success? And in the next level. And then from there, how can I turn my business after I reach the first level of success into becoming franchises? You see what I'm getting at? I want you to think beyond that. How can I turn my ministry from where I am to where I need to be, and from there into raising up sons to fill up the gap? I'm always working on the 3-step strategy. From where I am to where I want to be in the next step, and raising up the next group of people to take over. Because the more people I raise up to take over, the more free I am to do more for the kingdom. That's where I want to get to. So as we're working on these things, I want you to document everything we spoke about today. Begin to document it, and then begin to chat about it. Now, here's what I'm going to give you access to. If you want to message us, send us an inbox message. If you have that list, if you're part of it. You see, this group here on the Excellence Coach is an exclusive group. I don't want to just open it up to anybody who's not interested in applying the principles that I'm giving to you. Remember, I'm coming to you with stuff that I believe will really impact your life. And these are free sessions. So if I'm going to give you stuff, if I'm going to talk to you, if I'm going to spend 30 minutes of my life, a few minutes of my life, just pouring into your life, then would you reciprocate and let me know? Let me know what are the answers you're looking for. Inbox us and let us know. What are the answers? Or you can email us. What are the answers that you're looking for in the situation? And if you're going to come to me with these are the things I'm looking for, I'm going to ask you, have you applied all of the things we've been speaking about in the past couple of weeks? And get other people to join you. Other people that you know will that really want to progress in the marketplace, want to progress in the business world. Because if you want to progress and you want things to be there's no courses that I'm offering where if you want to know this, then you're going to pay for this. There's nothing. Just if you become a great success, you become a multi-millionaire, don't forget the principles you've learned. Just give back into the voice that spoke into your life. Well, I do hope that you enjoyed today. I do hope that it has given you great insight, and please let us know if you have been impacted by these sessions with the Excellence Coach. Would you do me a favor and share this link with others, and especially on your friends list, invite them to like the Excellence Coach page. Now, don't just invite anybody. Invite people that you know on your friends list. That would really be great.